Hey people, hey, welcome to the Wednesday late afternoon into the early evening stream. Well, I almost said Saturday, I don't know why. It was definitely Wednesday. So I hope you're all doing well. I think it's around +6 degrees right now or so. Feeling a bit cooler. There's a bit of a wind chill. And I see we got a good crowd in here. Hello to Advisorit. And Ali BHG, hello. And Sunjib, Wesley T, hello. Michelle number 1, Evelyn, hello Evelyn. Carl Roth, and Gertrude is here, and Vivian Johnson, good day to you. And Sumanth, hello. And Yogi and Harjot, good to see you. Brad Palmer, Marie Palmer. Hope you're all doing well. Cheryl Ramator, hello. Brett Mellon. Craig O'Connor, Schnurchik is here. Good to see everyone. Dan Harmson, hello. Jennifer Gala, Kevin Hawthorne, Michael Wynn. So I'm here at Allen Gardens. This is the dog park. And I just live right over there. Hey Capelan, how you doing? And Hunter Stewart Hobbies. Tom Seeley, yes. Hello, Dan. Good day to you. I'm trying to get across Carlton Street. You got it, Michael Wynn. Although mostly on the sidewalks. Alright, I think I'm good to go. No, I just felt a drop hit my face. It better not start raining now. Maybe that wasn't rain. In which case... what was it? Hey, hello to Greg, how you doing? Mike Landry, welcome. Michael Stern, I'm very well. So this is Homewood Avenue. Hello, Ahmed. It's not sort of a vague idea of where I'm going, but I might make it up as I go along, in part, which I often do. That's a big slab. One of those 1960s slabs. Yeah, I'm doing well, Michael Stern. I had a lazy day just sitting around all day, not doing much. Hello, Darren, watching from Scotland, and hello, Chatty Cathy. Yeah, Megan is in Guelph, but she is coming this weekend though. So we might do something for the channel on the weekend. Hello, I like to walk. How you doing? Hey, Yahia. Hey, Andrew Martin from Manchester. The city of many good musical acts. Well, I'm not sure, Yahya. Nothing planned. But I rarely plan my streams or videos out ahead. It's usually something I come up with on the same day as I actually go out and do it. I'll just think, hey, I haven't been around there in a while, and then I'll just go, yeah, I'm going to go there, and I just do it. San Francisco's your favorite city for music? Back to the swinging 60s, Tom Seeley, that era. The psychedelic sound. Hey, funny dog, how you doing? Hello, Louise, how are you? Good day, David. How you doing? And hello, Kara. Hey, John O'Meara, how you doing? Right, so this is Wellesley Street. I'm going to keep pressing northward here along Homewood. Sort of dead ends up ahead, but I can make my way over to Sherbourne from up here. And maybe we'll see more dogs. I hear some barking up ahead. Hey, David Clippert, hello. All right, sounds good, Yahya. Wayne McKay. Definitely not Forest Hill. I don't think this is an official dog park, but it seems to be more or less being used as one. Hey, Wing Zero. Yeah, the snow is mostly all gone. Play nice there, doggies. Play nice. Hey, Dave Jeffrey, hello. I used to be able to walk through here to get over to Jarvis Street, but then they put a fence up down there. So I found myself having to climb the fence. I was recording a video thinking I could still walk through there, and all of a sudden there was this fence, so I had to put my camera down, stick it through the fence first, put it down, and then climb over the fence and then continue on with my video. Yeah, an alley, that wasn't even a dog park, that was just a regular park. I mean, the Allen Gardens dog park is literally just a 5-minute walk away. Hey Diana, hello. Yeah, I'm doing well, I hope you are as well. I'm doing well, I hope you are as well. That's an awkward way to say it. Hey, Whitby dude. Hey, International Dave. It's going very well. Alright, so here's St. Jamestown. I've come by here quite a few times recently, because I find myself going to this Freshco a lot more these days. I never used to until Loblaws and Metro started jacking up their prices. You can still get decent deals on things like orange juice and yogurt here. Not so much the case anymore at Metro, and soy milk also. Loblaws and Metro are really pushing things. My rant of the day. Metro does have frequent sales though, so I'll give them that. So I do buy things there on sale. Hey, Toronto Tech and Transit. Hey, how you doing? Henry's in the house. Whoa, Rob. Wow, a $69.99 super sticker from Rob. Thank you very much. Very generous support there. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the walkabout here. The early days of spring. Doesn't feel very spring-like yet, but it's getting there. And I'm feeling more droplets hit my face. Come on now. Don't be doing this to me. Hello, Lena. I'll try my best, Rob. And your support is more awesome than I could ever be. No matter how hard I try. And here is a new tower going up here. I think this will be around 50 stories or so. And another one is going just on this corner as well, another 50-story tower. Hello, Josephine. How you doing? Hey, Romachek. These old homes here have seen some stuff. Just imagine what this neighborhood was like when those were brand new. All the mind-blowing changes that have sprung up all around them. But they're not being torn down, they're being preserved as part of this new development. Yeah, things are very good, Romachek. Had a nice chill day today. Just watching YouTube and music videos. I was watching the 80s music video channel on Samsung TV Plus or whatever it's called. One of those free streaming channels that you get built into your Samsung operating system. So I thought, yeah, I'll just sit back and watch some 80s music videos for a few hours. And it's kind of more fun than watching them on YouTube, because on YouTube you basically choose, like, you're like, I think I want to watch this, I think I want to watch that, and you search for things and you watch them. But on this streaming channel you don't know what's coming up, so you might see a song or a video that you didn't even know that you wanted to see, or something you haven't seen in 20 years or something, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Alright, we found Bloor Street. There's Sherborne Station over there. I am an 80s teenager, Diana. I was in high school in the 80s. Yeah, lots of big hair, Willie. So over there is Rosedale. We're going to head on eastward here. Did I say eastward? Westward? Jeez. Get your directions straight there, Continuum. Hey, Alan K, how you doing? Married in 65. Right during the height of Beatlemania. Yeah, I was still young enough to be into all the grunge and everything that came in the 90s. I was all into it. I looked the part too. I wore the plaid shirts and had the long shaggy hair. All of that stuff. Oh, 85. All right. Well, hey, the summer of Back to the Future then. And the Goonies. Don't forget about the Goonies. That's right, Diana. And mullets. Don't forget mullets. International Day of its 60 years, actually, yeah. The Please Please Me album was released 60 years ago. Crazy to think it's been that long. Yeah, I still have flannel shirts. You might have seen me wearing one with Action Kid when he was in Toronto. We were wearing matching flannels. Johnny didn't bring his, so he didn't get to join in on the flannel fun. Well, that's awesome, Willie. Yeah, rat's tails, ugh. I remember they were really big in the early 90s. Those I just found to be ridiculous. There's Mount Pleasant Road. Hey, Epic Plays, how you doing? You like that, did you, Ellie? I think a lot of people got a kick out of that. I think Action Kid used a clip of us together in our matching flannels in his new introduction to his live streams, his countdown intro to his live streams. There's a clip of me and him rocking the blue flannels. I called us the Plaid Lads. Whoa, look at that, the Plaid Lads just rocking those shirts. Checkered vans like Spicoli from Fast Times at Richmond High, right? That's my skull! I'm so wasted! There's a look down Ted Rogers Way, which is Jarvis Street as you continue on. Hey, crikey, how you doing? Yeah, it started. I thought I'd start the stream while there was still some daylight. It will get dark as we continue. That's okay. At least I can read the chats on the screen since the sun isn't glaring. Yeah, both those movies are awesome. I own both of them. I showed both of them to Megan too because she'd never seen them. And she seemed to enjoy them quite a bit. Making our way west along Bloor Street East. It's dark and windy there. I think tomorrow is going to be a rainy day. There's another reason why I thought I'd get out today and do the stream. right. Got some new towers on the rise. So I think I'm going to take Church here, and we'll follow it up to where it intersects with Young. Hey, Jim and Janine, how you doing? How's life in Sarnia? Well, Rob, I think the super chats get added to my revenue, and then when I get my monthly payout, that's when I get those super chats at the end of the monthly payout. And then PayPal is a more instantaneous sort of payment, right? That's kind of how it works. But it's all fine and good. However you feel like you want to support the channel, I appreciate it either way. And I just appreciate you being here. Like, just thanks for watching, you know? Alright, so now we're heading towards Young. This is the only spot up ahead where Young and Church intersect with each other. I always thought this building was kind of like a big wall. The wall of Church Street. Then of course it has a rabba. Yeah, Google takes 30%. I don't think I ever noticed that there's a Pizza Hut here. And hey, Michael Stern, look what I found. Although it's not a very high fire escape. I think I see a subway coming in over here. Ew, the ground is all squishy here. Good thing I have my Vessies on. Yeah, we're not going to catch it But there'll be another one. Ugh, it's all mud here. And way up there is Yonge and St. Clair. Those buildings you see off in the distance. And here comes a train. That's line 1 heading north. Got Rosedale Station, Summerhill Station, then St. Clair after that, and then Davisville, and then after that is Stridesland Station. I cannot avoid this mud here. Ew. Straight in front of me, that's the Masonic Temple building. Although now it's Infotech. It used to be the studios for MTV Canada also. About 10 years ago. 10, 15 years ago. And it's also been a live music venue. That building has had many different uses over the years. I think Masonic Temple was its original incarnation. I might be wrong though. Hey Jenny, hello. But there is a huge library I did walk past. Just over here, the Toronto Reference Library is just right down Yonge Street. Yeah, Andy Wood, I did a tour of this building during Doors Open in 2019. And yeah, it is very interesting inside there. There's a lot more to it than you would imagine. It's almost like a labyrinth of rooms and hallways and all kinds of interesting little nooks and crannies in there. And Yonge Street. And that big reddish building you see looming right there, that hulking looking one, that's the Toronto Reference Library. That building is also incredible on the inside. It's imposing on the outside, but not very visually interesting, but on the inside it's very, very impressive. Diana, oh yeah, I've been there several times. Not sure how many, maybe at least half a dozen or so. No, we are now on Davenport Road. Is this really made out of stone? I mean, it looks like it. I guess it is. It just looks kind of modern. You don't often see that in a modern building. Scott Ehrman 160 front is close to completion. They're just topping it out with the crown right now. It'll probably be another at least year or so before it's occupied. Just guessing. At least another 6 months at least, but probably closer to a year. What's a US city I haven't been to that I'd like to see? Well, San Francisco for sure. Chicago. Boston. I think those are the ones at the top of my list that I've never been to. I like big urban cities with lots of character that are walkable. I've been to most of the other ones like New York, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Baltimore. I've been to Buffalo and Detroit, seeing as they're border cities. And I've passed through most of the cities in New York State between Toronto and New York City, like Albany, Syracuse, Rochester. Alright, let's cross. I've never thought of Indianapolis as being particularly walkable, but maybe one of its suburbs is, strangely enough. Indianapolis, where the suburbs are more walkable than the central city. So there's a look down Bay Street. This is where Bay Street begins. Yeah, Jenny, that was the first time I went to New York. Long, long time ago. Whoa, gimbal. Get a hold of yourself. So I'll go all the way down to the lake if you just keep walking south here. These are very ritzy buildings here. We're on the edge of Yorkville. All the apartment buildings around here, condos, are very upscale. I have heard of Broad Ripple, yeah. I have heard of that neighborhood. Most cities worth their salt have at least one sort of cool walkable little neighborhood, right? Like even cities like Edmonton are known for having one such neighborhood. In Edmonton it's White Avenue, or Old Strathcona as the neighborhood is what it's called. Hey Tom Bikes, how you doing? JD, I can recorded videos in 4K, but when I live stream, 1080p is about as good as it gets. It is possible to stream in 4K, but it's not really worth it. But when I do my pre-recorded videos, I use my Osmo Pocket camera, and I do record those in 4K. "4K 60. When I do these streams, I use a smartphone. Are these old or pretend old? Every time I walk past, I think the same thing, or I wonder the same thing. I think they're pretend old, but they're pretty convincing. Hey, BMW Paul. Very well. Look at this neat old fire hall here. David, I haven't had a chance to watch that video yet. I saw it in my recommendeds today. I'll check it out soon.
Going to video.
Hey, Mark MW, good evening. Well, I guess good late night for you. Rob, yeah, I did that in a recent live stream actually. I walked down Hazelton. For this one, I was thinking I would walk along St. George and continue on south through the U of T campus. But Hazelton is a very beautiful street that I do enjoy walking down. Was that tonight, right, Jenny? Thanks. I thought the last episode was a little odd. It was a long episode, but most of it wasn't even about any of the main characters. It was like, oh, who are these people? Okay, we'll do a whole episode about them. So there's Hazelton Avenue. Thanks very much, Rob. Diane, I'm from Ontario, just a few hours north of Toronto. Well, actually, I was born a few hours southwest of Toronto, but then I grew up a few hours north of Toronto. I'm a lifelong Ontarian. Live both in the north and the south. Avenue Road. So I'll take you up into Midtown. You could argue we're already in Midtown since we're a fair ways north of Bloor Street now. Yeah, lots of nice restaurants around here. Yeah, Ramsden Park is very nice. And did I go shopping after the parade? No. I did a collab video with Johnny, and then after that I just went home. I was like, I just want to go and be warm in my apartment. Alright, so we're making our way along Davenport Road. Heading northwest. This street sort of runs at an odd angle for most of its length. Hey, thanks, Bob Lou. Yeah, Davenport is a work in progress. Some parts of it are interesting, other parts are look like something from another decade. Doesn't feel super springy. I think we need a day into the teens and sunny before that really happens, you know. We haven't really had one recently. We had a day like that weeks ago when it was still very much winter, and that was awesome. Yeah, there's still a nip in the air, right, Raja? Yeah, it follows an old trail that also followed the shoreline of an ancient lake, Lake Iroquois, which is basically a supersized Lake Ontario. See, this is confusing. Am I supposed to walk through here, or am I supposed to walk through here? Well, there's an arrow. Okay. I guess this arrow is saying walk through here. Yeah, I have a step counter app on my phone. Horse riders, yeah. What up, Novel Costs? Rob, no, it wouldn't bother me. I mean, if you feel like you want to support me in the channel, I welcome any support you wish to send my way. Valerie Rogers, $3 super sticker. Thank you very much, Valerie. I appreciate your support as well. Here is DuPont Street. So Davenport Road continues on. And DuPont comes to an end over here. But this is where it sort of goes on and on all the way to the junction heading west. Pastrami. All right, here's St. George. Hey, Dahlia Mendez, hello. And John Schaffner, $2. Your favorite TV show? Which show was that, John? I think I might have missed a reference to what your favorite TV show is. But thank you very much for your support as well, John. Pizza and Asian Fusion Kitchen. There's the poorhouse there. And this one just says food, although pastrami is up on the bigger sign. Randy C to 220. Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims. Yes, thank you. And I second that, Randy, and thank you very much for your contribution as well. Very much appreciated. I'll keep that in mind, Robert. I have heard some people say the opposite, though. It's kind of funny how that works. But as long as this phone keeps going strong, I think I'll just let it live out its lifespan. Hey, Christian Hansen, hello. So now we're walking south on St. George Street. Yeah, lots of beautiful old homes here. This street is a mix of apartment buildings and homes. Lots of these apartments are rented out by students since the U of T is fairly close by. I think a lot of them are also senior citizens housing. And some nice older apartment buildings too. These two are pretty interesting. Let the phone die naturally. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very desirable area. We're in the Annex neighborhood. This is not like the most annex-y street by any means, but all around you'll find more classic looking annex style residential streets with all sorts of different homes. Nice variety of styles. You do see a lot of homes with these sort of turrets, though. That seems to be a very prominent thing in the neighborhood. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
It's about right now. It's about
Good. And this building always gets my attention because it looks almost exactly the same as the building I live in. And I live like on the east side, quite far away from here, but I think the same builder or architect is responsible. The only difference is my building at some point enclosed all the balconies, so the balconies don't really exist anymore. That space has been added to the interior of the apartment, whereas the balconies are still here in this building. Yeah, that guy was definitely not quite all there, I would say. Something was a bit off. I bet you the rents in this building are a lot higher than the ones in my building, even though the buildings are pretty much the same. And the units are most likely a lot bigger in this building as well. Probably a lot more 1 and 2 bedrooms. My building is almost all bachelor apartments or studios, because it got a big renovation where they gutted it and changed everything about it except the exterior, other than the balcony redo. Oh, is that right, John? Yeah. I guess in my case, it did result in my apartment being bigger than it would have been. But then you don't have a balcony. Some people really demand a balcony if they're living in a high-rise building. Yeah, that's right, Diana. We mostly call them bachelors here, but you do hear studio used as well. In Toledo. The other TO. When did they do the reno, Dahlia? I think long time ago. Long before I ever moved to the city. Do I drink Pepsi Zero? Not so much, Michael. If I drink pop, it tends to be root beer, as you all know, and ginger ale. If there's no root beer available, that's my second choice. I used to drink Pepsi though, all the time. I just gave it up. Cold turkey. Quit that stuff. Making our way along St. George. And there's a frat house there. So what are those Greek letters? I see an omega. Is that a delta and an epsilon? Epsilon, delta, omega? I don't know. My knowledge of Greek letters is somewhat limited. So we're going to be walking through the U of T campus pretty soon. Epsilon Omega, so I had at least 2 of them right. There was one more though. Hey, Vivian Johnson. Hope you're getting in those ice cream bars before the heat gets here. Thank you very much for the $13.99, Vivian. And your support has always been awesome. And I most definitely will do that. And you can see Yorkville off in the distance, the tall towers. Geez, we've been going for over an hour already. It doesn't even feel like nearly that long. That's when I can always tell when I'm really enjoying the stream, is when the time just flies by. Usually depending on the weather conditions. If it's a nice night for walking, I'm just having the time of my life. Walking around, chatting everyone, showing off the city. And the weather is pretty much perfect tonight. Once I've got going a bit, that little nip in the air barely even registers with me anymore. Hey Rob, another $13.99 super chat. Thank you once again, Rob. You are awesome with the support of the channel. Here's an awesome example of a classic annex house, although I don't think this is a house necessarily. Maybe at one time it was a mansion, but it's too big to be just one house. Is it? What is this thing? If this is a house, it's enormous. It must be divided into apartments. It must be. But it has that awesome turret. Almost looks like a mini castle. Hey, good evening, Sapand. And Maureen, hello. Yeah, I'm a fan of that too, Yogi. And here's one of the entrances to St. George subway station. And the CN Tower. It's not lit up yet. Turn on the lights, CN Tower. Right, here's Bloor, so we're going to cross into the U of T campus. The Bata Shoe Museum. There you go, scan there. the entire history of footwear. Salazar 26279. Hello and thank you very much. Glad to have you here. Hope you're enjoying. I appreciate your support. And we're making our way through the University of Toronto campus, the St. George campus on St. George Street. It'll probably be fairly active. A lot of people have evening classes. Still lots of things happening on campus on a Wednesday evening. Whitby Dude, oh yeah, I've walked through there many a time. I think I probably have at least a half a dozen videos and some live streams as well, going through Philosopher's Walk. Hey, good night, Mark MW. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for your super thanks that you left on my video earlier. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Hello, Stephen Collins. Well, I hope you like what you see, John Schaffner. I try to show off the city in a good light, but also I like to show off the not so good parts of it as well. Just basically show it as it really is. Some parts are very nice, other parts are not so nice. Just like any big city. I passed by an old cemetery. I'm trying to think of one I did during a live. Maybe the Parklawn Cemetery. I did walk past there on my 3 hour and 40-minute stream from Kipling all the way to Yonge and Dundas. I walked past Parklawn Cemetery. That might be the one you're thinking of. Sam, yeah, I'd like to definitely do that. I haven't walked along some stretches of Eglinton in a little while. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. The one where Joseph Bloor is? I guess I walked past the necropolis also in a recent stream, so that's I think the oldest cemetery in Toronto. That's in the Cabbagetown neighborhood. I guess I did walk past there more recently than my Parklawn Cemetery walk past. Maybe I'll do that PAG. The Necropolis is the name of the old cemetery in Cabbagetown. And there's also St. James Cemetery in the same area. They're both really old. Two of the oldest, if not the oldest. Park Lawn was the one in Etobicoke. looking east down Harvard Street. Or I guess that's Hoskin Avenue, looking in that direction. Harvard begins right here. Park lawn is, I guess it's fairly close to High Park, not like super close, but in the general vicinity, I guess so. Yeah, I would say so. So there's the giant hulking Robarts Library. I don't know if people are stealing anything. I mean, I started this channel because I saw Action Kid doing the same thing in New York, so I like to think it's just more of a, you know, an influence. Saying, hey, that looks like fun. I think I want to try that. And Rob, $6.99 super chat once again. Thank you very much, Rob. Found Food Truck Alley here. Wing Zero, I'm not the first streamer. I think Johnny was the first live streamer in this sense. If I were to claim anything as being the first, I'm the first walktuber, I guess, in the same style as Action Kid. I think I'm the first Toronto YouTuber to do that sort of thing. But then Action Kid started doing live streams, and then Johnny started doing the live streams before I did. Yeah, my walk around was there from way back when, but I think I began before him too, because I looked at his earliest walking style videos to see when he started, and it was still a bit after I did my first ones. Because my very first walking video, like in the current style of my channel, is from July 2018. What is this? Okay. They have a kind of a neat little graphic of Toronto skyline here. Got Scotia Plaza, CN Tower, Sky Dome, Old City Hall. I'm not sure what that church is. Doesn't look familiar. Looks more like a church in North Bay that I'm familiar with. Hey, Big S, hello. Is that St. Andrews? I don't know why, it just didn't look familiar to me. Louise, we are on the University of Toronto campus. Still walking along St. George Street. This is sort of like the main street running north-south through the campus. And the CN Tower is blue now. It's kind of blending in with the sky a bit. Hey, Kathleen Wallace, $6.99 super sticker. Wow, I thank you very much as well, Kathleen, for your support. We got 250 people watching at the moment. Hello to all of you. Any new people, welcome. Glad to have you here. If you want to come and say hello in the chat, I highly encourage it. But you have to hit that subscribe button, I think, in order to say hello. But that shouldn't be a problem, right? I encourage that as well. Hey, Ron Diaz is here. What is my favorite brand of ice cream sandwich? Probably the pricey brand, whose name I can't remember right now. But I rarely buy it. I end up buying the no-name brand usually. Chapman's, yeah, that's it. I was trying to remember. Chapman's, I think, is probably the one I would buy, but I rarely ever do, unless it's on sale or something. I'm perfectly fine with the no-name ice cream sandwiches. They taste good enough to me. Yeah, I can't say I'm really into hockey. I guess you somewhat get used to it, Diana, but it's still never pleasant. You're never happy to be out in it. At least I'm not. It's kind of a pain, you know? You know, I was like, why? Why does this have to be happening? Why does it have to be so cold? Klondike, yeah, they're good, they're good. Right, this is College Street, just crossing. Let's walk down Beverly Street for a bit. What does this place bloom? Is it like desserts and things like that? Looks like pie or cake or something. I don't know. Hey, Chris Mills, how you doing? Yeah, all right, Whitby dude, have yourself a great evening as well. I'll see you next time. So townhouses. Louise Rolia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you very much for the $22 super sticker. Very generous. I appreciate your support very much, Louise. Yeah, I gave up coffee a long time ago, Diana. I wasn't a big coffee drinker to begin with, so it wasn't a big deal for me to just say, I don't think I need coffee, and I just stopped drinking it. So when I get up, I just get up and go. I don't require coffee or anything really. Just a shower, basically, is all I need to feel like I'm awake and ready to go. Cecil Street. I'm going to make my way down to Baldwin. Hello, Advisorit. Good to have you. That tower looks amazing right now. And of course I give the teeth a good brushing. And that's all I need. As long as I don't feel gross and pasty. And as soon as I said that, it changed colors. It was like, oh, you like the blue, eh? Well, screw you. I'm turning red now. Still looks nice. Yeah, I used to do that in Novelcost. I never used to shower in the morning. Well, when I had to wake up in the morning every day for work, I kind of needed something to wake me up, and a shower was the only thing that seemed to do the job, because I'm not a morning person at all. But if I didn't have to wake up early, then I was perfectly fine with showering before bed if I could sleep in the next day. So it all depends on what time I have to wake up. All right, I'm gonna go. No. This is Baldwin. So we're going to walk through Baldwin Village. I hear Nirvana. Here comes Nirvana. Nirvana motorcycle. I guess that's an e-bike. Okay. Not as cool. Not as cool if it's a Nirvana e-bike. Rob, my PayPal is the best way to send direct donations if you would like to do that. There's a link in the description of the video down below. And here is Baldwin Village. But you've certainly given me a lot of support already, Rob, which I appreciate very much. This area actually looks fairly lively. I haven't seen it looking this good in a while. Lots of neat little restaurants here. This little neighborhood was a bit of a haven for draft dodgers in the late 60s and early 70s. I think that's what sort of helped it to become a bit of a little bohemian stretch of sorts. Kind of before Kensington Market was known for that sort of thing. So sort of like the precursor, and Yorkville, of course, was also a major bohemian neighborhood in the late 60s. Hey, LEBHG, hello. Again. Hey, Matt Bross. Alright, let's cross because we'll get a better view of the CN Tower if we walk on this side of the street. It's all good, Rob. Whatever you're comfortable with, I'll just say thank you for your support. That's pretty much all I can do. And I hope you're enjoying the walk. And there's Jimmy's Coffee. That one looks like it's closed for the night. Hey, PAG, have a good night. Thanks for checking out the stream. You can catch the rest later on in the replay. Alright, I'm going to head over a block or so. This is Elm Street. Take some of these little side street areas that I don't usually walk along. Hey, no need to apologize, Rob. Hey Pamela, long time no see. How are you doing? Glad you could make it to the stream. Should I walk down here? Let's do it. Very peaceful here. Nice little quiet downtown residential side street. I think this is Simcoe Street actually, the northern end of it. This it's either Simcoe or the next street over. I didn't really notice. Hey, Toronto doo-wop music guy. Hello, hello. Yeah, this is St. Patrick's Street. Simcoe's the next street over. Simcoe becomes more of a major street as you walk along. Here is Dundas. And Chinatown is off in that direction. Well, let's just cross while we have a lull in the traffic. I am crossing. Oh, it turned green, so I was about to say I am crossing against the light, but not anymore. Thanks, Matt. Glad you find it relaxing. That dog is just bounding along. Hey, Scott Briggs, hello. All right, now this is Simcoe Street. There's a cop shop right here. Well, how'd you like that, Scott? Guess that must have been a bit of a jolt to the senses after 6 years. It's the Duke of Cornwall. Every time I walk past this development, the buildings are taller and taller. It's like 3 different towers going up here. I think that development is called Artists Alley. And all 3 buildings are distinct from one another with their design and cladding. They actually put a lot of thought and effort into this development. Hey, have a good night, Sapand. Hey, Alan K, $3, $3.30 super sticker. Thank you very much, Alan. Your ongoing support of the channel is also fantastic. Yeah, Novokos, it's nice to see it's finally happening. I remember looking at the renders of that thinking, wow, that'll be nice. Build it now. And finally it's well underway. There's a financial district shot. Hey, Jay Smith, hello. I think this is some sort of film production or TV production underway here. Could it be The Boys? Well, that's only one of many shows shot in Toronto. Baby, if you'd ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Canada Life Building. That's probably the most quoted and referenced episode of WKRP, right, Quad Mods? Sort of like the contest episode of Seinfeld is the one that everyone talks about, and the turkey episode is WKRP's most talked about episode. watched Everyone Loves Raymond. Was I missing out? I know it was on for a long time and it was pretty popular. Same with The Nanny. Never watched that either. And I watched a lot of TV back in those days. I guess there were just too many shows for me to keep up with, even back then. There was no streaming then, so if it was on TV and you missed it, you missed it. Unless you recorded it on your VCR. And later your DVR. The Junior Mint. Yeah, well, I just watched that episode recently with Megan. It's a Junior Mint. So this is Queen Street. Did I watch a lot of YTV in the 90s? Not so much, because a lot of their programming was geared to younger kids. And by the 90s, I was not a young kid anymore. So I didn't really watch a lot of YTV in the 90s. There were a few shows. I think they had a block of cartoons late at night that were more geared to older audiences. So I would watch some of those. I remember there was a bunch of shows like Undergrads and Mission Hill and MTV's Downtown. That was an awesome show. That was made by MTV in the United States, but I think it aired on YTV in Canada, because we didn't have MTV then. And that was an awesome show. I think my favorite of those late 90s cartoons. Can I walk faster? Alright, we are downtown. Pretty much as downtown gets. Well, I guess Yonge and Dundas would be a little more downtownish, but in any case. There's the steam stack. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, I totally remember that show. Now, what about Duckman? Anyone remember that one? I think it was called Duckman.
After today, what I did with her, yeah. So she needed something to work. She got there. So I could go to the
Yeah, Noble Cost remembers Duckman. Alright, this is Adelaide Street. We're gonna make it across here eventually. The one with the meatball, I sort of remember that. I think everyone has a different idea of what the golden age of TV was depending on when they were a kid, basically, right? To me, the golden age of TV was the 1970s and 80s. Yeah, I remember Pee-wee's Playhouse. I was a bit old when it came on, though, to really watch it. I did catch it, though, a few times. All right. I hear Loverboy across the street. Go, Loverboy! And here's King Street. .504 King streetcar. Financial district off in that direction. I remember watching Beretta. And the weird theme song, like, keep your eye on the sparrow. Why? Why keep your eye on the sparrow? When the going gets narrow. It's a 160 front with its crane. Scott Ehrman was asking about that building earlier. Reach for the Top. Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. I remember I'd get really excited when a school from North Bay would be on the show. I'd be like, oh, that's North Bay, they're on TV. The old hometown. The Canadian Lassie? You mean the Littlest Hobo Alley? I can't remember what Beretta's parrot's name was. I literally have not watched an episode or seen an episode of that show since it went off the air, whenever that was. I'm surprised I even remember the theme song. Yeah, I heard about that, Michael K. He turned out to be a pretty troubled individual, to say the least. Okay, there, car. If I didn't alter my stride a bit, I would have just walked right into the side of that car. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, got to keep on moving. Adam West is his name, Wesley. Oh, of course, Diana. I watched every episode of that show. Walking past Muzak Corner here. Got Muzak on this corner, Muzak on the other corner over there. Surrounded by Muzak in all directions. That's what you get for walking through the entertainment district. Yeah, it did Novo Cost. I think it looks great. Yeah, Allie, if I ever go to Boston, I'll definitely check it out. I know it's a tourist trap kind of thing to do, but I don't care. I'd like to see it. Okay. I was going to let him go, but he's decided to let me go. Too many people just determined to make their turns here, and damned if anyone gets in their way. I must turn this corner instantly. No waiting. Hey, sure thing, Louise. I'm having a nice time walking around tonight. So nice, I think I'll take us down to the South Core. Let's go to Harbor Street. I haven't walked along Harbor Street in a while. Hey, there's the Up Express heading to the airport. Mr. Hippo. Some nice artwork here. Battery power 15%. All right. You know what that means. That means it's time for me to plug in the old power bank. right, power bank plugged in. It took over 2 hours for me to get the battery notification this time with the warmer temperature. When it's cold like it was at the St. Patrick's Day parade, that usually happens after about an hour and a half. So I got an extra half an hour of battery life thanks to the warmer weather. Although it's still dropping. If it cuts out suddenly, my apologies, and thank you all for joining in and watching and for all your support. It's all very amazing and generous. Thank you very much, and hope to catch you in my next stream in a few days and my premiere tomorrow night on my channel. But we'll see. It's at 5%. We'll see if it keeps it alive. %. I don't know. You might lose me. If you do lose me, we'll go out with a view of the CN Tower. And the aquarium. Come on, power bank, do your job. Come on, 2%. Oh no. This might be it, people. This might be it. I will continue, of course, if this suddenly dies. Stay alive! Stay alive! %. Still holding at 2%. Hey, Marcia Mac, hello. You got here just in time. I'm waiting to see if my power bank is going to keep my phone alive. Okay, it's still at 2%. I might have just saved it just in the nick of time. Hello, Alejandro, I should say, Garcia. Nice to see you. That last 15% though, wow, it just disappears like in a matter of like a couple of minutes. All right, still holding steady at 2%. If it was any colder out, this would not have survived. So we can thank the warmer weather. Well, not going yet, Josephine. Rob, anytime is good by me. And we're going underneath the Gardner. Here's Harbor Street. Well, it looks like I saved the phone. It's not dropping anymore. So the stream will go on. It will continue. Mr. Hippo, same to you. This light always takes a million years because of this off-ramp here. Oh, Bob Lou, if you sent me something earlier, I thank you very much. I'll see that after the stream is over. I can't really check my PayPal during the stream, but very much appreciated. Here's the parking garage that smells like pee. It's going to be torn down in the near future. Not because it smells like pee, but it just happens to smell like pee. The city just said, okay, this garage reeks of piss. I think it has to be demolished. It can no longer be used. So I'm on a shared path here, cycles, bicycles, and people. Hello, Rika. Welcome to the stream. Go up and get a nice view. Dan, I did a video where I walked inside and went up to the top. That's how I discovered it smells like pee. Because I thought I'd do a video checking out the view from the top before it did get torn down. So mission accomplished. I'm not sure how much longer it has before it does get demolished. I can smell it. It's just wafting out from out inside there. Oh God. Okay, not really, but every time I walk past here, I just think of it though. So this is the stairwell. This is where I smelled the pee. Going up this stairwell here. It was quite the lovely experience. It's like that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry's car stunk from BO. The beast! Yeah, the guy is yelling, that guy over there is yelling about something or other. Here's York Street. And here's the new Love Park. I think this might be opening this summer, hopefully. You can see what this is going to look like. A little heart-shaped pool there. Pretty nice. Matt, I saw that. I saw that. The guy was just like, I'll just use this corner here to do my business. Hey, Chilady Liz. Dig that name. It has taken them a long time, hasn't it? You would think by this summer it would be ready. Here's the new home of Second City. After their location on Mercer Street was demolished for a new condo. Then they moved to the Danforth, the far eastern Danforth, for a while. And now they're here. Long-standing Toronto comedy troupe. Walking along Harbor Street. Very sorry to hear that, Rob. Financial district over there. Looking pretty beefy. Yeah, they do a pretty good job, urban life. But in the less popular areas where there's not as many tourists and things of that nature, it's not quite as clean as you'll find right in the heart of downtown. Bay Street. Right. Another long light here. I think this conference center here is also the site of a redevelopment proposal. A new office tower. A big one too, over 50 stories. Yeah, here it is. "54-story office tower. 270 meters. That's like a monster building. For an office tower, that's huge. That's almost Scotia Plaza height. Here's Yonge Street just right up ahead. And I see they added a second crane to this new development called Sky Tower. So this will be one of the tallest buildings in all of Canada, and probably the tallest in Toronto when it's done. Because I don't think one Yonge will get its height increased by the looks of it. Or not one Yonge, one Bloor West won't get its height increase. So this one, as it currently stands, is proposed to be the tallest building, or approved to be the tallest building. And this one also applied for a height increase. which I haven't heard anything yet regarding the outcome of that. So this is already approved for 95 stories, but they have applied for a 10-story height increase, which is still pending. So if that gets approved, this will be 105 stories. A very tall building. Do I like ice fishing? Not anymore. When I was a kid, I would go every now and again. I haven't really gone since then, though. Alright, so we're on Yonge Street now. I think the height increase for this site was only just requested within the last few months, Steve. It's fairly recent. The one at Yonge and Bloor, they applied for that height increase quite a while ago. That's the one you might be thinking of. Gardner Expressway, CN Tower. Gertage, it's still holding at 2%. Yeah. I'm getting a mouthful of that guy's smoke. Stephen. Well, all that weight was already part of the earth to begin with, if you think about it. Alright, walking under the rail corridor, heading north on Yonge Street. And the entire underpass reeks of that guy's That guy's joint. Many cranes here. The second phase of CIBC Square. Another big office tower. It'll be just like that one, more or less. This might be the most cranes in one location in the city right now. For one project. Yeah, I read that Urban Life. Over 1 million people. The population grew by over 1 million in 1 year. That has never happened before, I don't think. Alright, crossing Front Street. There's the tower again. We'll say goodbye to the CN Tower. Later. And I wonder how many of those million settled in the Greater Golden Horseshoe. Probably a fair percentage of that number. Maybe like 30% at least, I would guess.
Yes, I told you this. You guys don't fucking.
Yeah, the tower is going to bed now. Well, maybe not, but we're not going to be seeing it anymore. North on Yonge Street in the heart of downtown now. If you mean where am I heading to, Harjot, you might be able to guess. I am feeling the magnetic pull already.
To one. So
Yeah.
No, we didn't have anything to eat, David. We just kind of went in and did the tour and then just left. Spins and jigs.
Whatever we need to do to get that done, like I said.
Yeah, you might have seen Johnny's short of me doing the jig in a couple of different locations.
She only comes like a couple.
King Street.
I'll take advantage.
Yeah, that was fun. That place was so crowded though when I streamed there. Kind of took away a bit from the enjoyment of the experience. That's why I went back a second time to do a pre-recorded video when it was less busy. I enjoyed that time a lot more than when I was there streaming. Oh, Matt Bross, yeah, how'd you like it? Well, all right then. Welcome to downtown Young. That was our town crier. That's right. You might have seen some town criers in other towns wearing the old-timey clothes and going, "Hear ye, hear ye." Well, we have something a little different here in Toronto. Adelaide Street. Arrgh. That was just a local black metal band rehearsing. This guy's showing off his legs for the stream. Hey, Kathleen Das, hello. I hope you enjoyed the walk, Harjot. I think his legs are better than mine anyway. My legs are not the best feature of my physique. That's embarrassing, right, David? I'd say definitely my elbows, media monitor. These elbows cannot be beat. I challenge anyone to a elbow off any day. You will not find any cracked skin whatsoever on these elbows. Well, most definitely, media monitor, most definitely. That's why she wanted to date me. She's like, whoa, those elbows, man. I have got to be near those elbows. I have to get those elbows into my life. So I didn't have to do anything. She made all the moves. I've still never been inside of this Circle K up here. It's been open for a while now. It's open 24 hours too. Just never had any reason to go in there. You know it, Yogi, you know it. I heard the sales at Nordstrom were very unsale-like, like 5% off and ridiculous things like that. You call that a sale? The weenuses, yes, you got it, Quad Mods, you got it. And don't forget the nubbins.
How do you like this thing?
Hey, my battery power went up to 3%. The power bank is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Not just keeping the phone alive, but charging it. Time to bust out a Petulia Clark classic right now. Something about where all the lights are bright. Nordstrom is closing all of their Canadian locations. But hey, Shake Shack is coming to Canada now, so that should make up for it. The first location will be in Toronto, of course. There's Nordstrom. Come and get it while you still can. Hey, have a good night, Wesley. Thanks for watching the stream. Yeah, people are pretty excited about Shake Shack. A lot of people from here go down to Buffalo to get their Shake Shack fix. So at least there is a place close by for Torontonians to partake, but pretty soon they won't have to even go anywhere. I wonder if they have a good veggie burger. Do they have veggie burgers on their menu? They must, right? Because almost every burger joint worth its salt has a veggie burger now. And I heard their milkshakes are good, so I am a fan of milkshakes. Hey, here's where I did my jig. I wonder how long this is going to be here. This is called Optic. You gotta do it. I know I've done it before, but you can't not do it. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the Hump Day evening walk. I guess it was still afternoon when we started, but I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. And thank you all for the wonderful chats, and thank you for all the awesome support. Very, very much appreciated. And thanks to the mods for all the good work you do. And I hope to see you in my premiere tomorrow evening. I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video, and I'll do another stream in a few days' time. Hope to see you all for that one as well. So, all right, have a good night, everyone. Until next time, I will continue. All right. That is it for this one.